Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about some Jax Taylor, especially with Brittany. And also, this is so interesting in his podcast where he talks about like in the mind of a man and why men cheat and blah, 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 blah. So, not only that, but then we have a little bit of Lala Kent in there too. We're going to talk about her, and we have some Stassi. So we're going to jump into all of it. Again, smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's go. All right, so I'm going to play this clip for you really quick, and then we're just going to dissect it because this, I mean, from Jax, not me.
For men that make them cheat. Okay, this one here, and please don't yell at me about this, or you're asking me this question. I'm going to give you my opinion. It's when you get comfortable in a relationship. It's when stop the date nights. It's when the romance is dead. It's when the conversations are not had. It's when you stop taking care of yourself. It's when you take each other for granted. It's when you become roommates. It's when you don't talk to each other anymore. It's when the fighting is getting out of control. There's more fighting than there is conversation. It's when you constantly feel like you're walking on eggshells. It's when you dread having sex with your significant other. It's all these things. I can keep going on and on. For me, that's when a man is going to cheat. And to be honest, that's probably when a woman is going to cheat too. I feel like this could go both ways. So, when all these things happen, and I have to say, a lot of this has happened to Brittany and I. You develop. This goes on for a long time, and if you don't catch it in the beginning, if you don't try to fix it soon, months go by, months go by, months go by, and next thing you know, you're so in deep that you can't get back. There's just no getting back. It becomes weird. It becomes awkward. It becomes like you're strangers. And I hate to admit it, but that's what happened to Brittany and I. And I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying this, but I'm just kind of being vulnerable here and being honest because I feel like there's other couples out there that are going through what we're going through. And instead of getting the help and the therapy and all that stuff, we just didn't do that. We thought maybe we could kind of bully our way through it or kind of, but you know what, too? I think about it now, and I just don't personally think I am supposed to be in a relationship. I just don't think I'm supposed to be married. I've known this my whole life. I met Brittany and I thought, okay, maybe things are going to be different. I love her and I want to be with her, and this is what you should do. And deep, deep, deep down inside, I've always known that I was never the person to get married. And, I just don't think, and people ask me all the time, are you going to date again? I don't know. I don't want to answer that question because I don't know. As of right now, absolutely not. Like, date the person wasn't the problem. Like, Brittany wasn't the problem. I'm the problem. Like, I just don't, I get bored being in relationships. I don't want to be in a relationship. I just don't like it. I just don't like being in a relationship. I love being a father, love being a father. And I said this before, I will always be there for Brittany. I will be her biggest, a supporter, but I will also be very protective of her too, whether she likes it or not. She'd probably listen to this right now and be like, fuck you, Jax, you're not gonna support me or nothing. But I will. Why? Because, she's the mother of my child. So any man that comes into her life, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be critical, and I'm going to be very, very protective because, that is my ex-wife, and that is the man that's going to be around my child. So yeah, I'm going to be up in that person's grill. You better believe it. What's a big turnoff for men that make them cheat?
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not mad at anything that he said. Um, he made a is that crazy? Did Jax Taylor make a lot of sense? Yeah, he actually kind of made a lot of sense in this. And, you know, again, I'm I'm pretty shocked by that. I usually don't associate him with making a lot of sense and things. So, all right, Jax, we see you, sir. Again, we have a couple more clips, but I just want to share them with you. And first, though, I wanted to talk about this. Thank you to Bywig Hello Drama. Stassi Schroeder chose to be fully transparent about her personal life on Vanderpump Phillip because she understands that the audience wants to see real, honest moments. And she and Bo they agreed to share everything authentically, believing that if they weren't willing to do that, they shouldn't be in the industry. So she also expressed pride in their non-traditional dynamic. Bo is the stay-at-home dad, and she is the breadwinner, saying it's a lifestyle that deserves representation and respect. Huh. She said, I'm a reality TV veteran. I've been on reality TV since I was 16 years old. It's all I know. I know the type of reality TV that people want to watch is real. What's going on in your life? It's the real conversations you're having in private. When Bo and I decided to do this, we were like, yeah, we have to be real about everything. Otherwise, we shouldn't be in this line of work. And I'm also proud of the things that we were talking about because I don't see our dynamic represented that much in other shows. And if it is, it's looked down upon if the man is more the stay at home father and takes care of the household and the mom is the breadwinner. But we're both proud of our lives and the family and life that we've created together, and that should be being represented. And she says that her and Lisa Vanderpump stayed in touch for a long time because of her children and Lisa's grandson. And Stassi also talked about how Lisa asked her to film Vanderpump Villa. Plus, she talked about how filming Vanderpump Villa was different than Vanderpump Rules. She said, we've stayed in touch for a really long time because of my kid and her grandson. And I would go to his birthday parties and I would see her at different places every now and then and run into her. And then she came to me and she was like, what do you think about going to Italy? You wouldn't have to do literally anything but have fun. You can bring your children, you can bring your husband. You just have to snoop and live your best life. And she said I had a completely different role. And I'm older now, and I started Vanderpump Rules when I was 22, and I was a server at Sir. And that was just a completely different life. And Lisa was also my boss. So to be able to come in now, almost like 14 years later, and almost be Lisa's friend, the pressure was off. Completely different experience. And that was part of also why I wanted to do it. It's low stakes for my personal life. And this was a really great way to transition back. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. This I didn't though.
She had horrible colic. I had horrible postpartum depression, but I didn't know it. I didn't know what it was because, when you have your first baby, you don't know. You just don't know.
but I think most women get postpartum depression. I mean, I know that the women, my brother's wives, all had it.
Well, and now that I've
horribly.
talked to your relatives, both of them, two of your relatives were sent to the funny farm, basically.
That's right.
Crazy Loon Tune places,
Right.
because of their postpartum depression.
Exactly. Yeah. My brother's wife, Nancy, she was hospitalized because of it. Yeah.
Did they know what it was, or did they just think she was crazy?
They thought she was crazy. They didn't know it was postpartum, and she was institutionalized for both kids that she had.
And so was your cousin.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She told me about it. She told me herself. She's like, oh, yeah, they put me in the fucking funny farm.
Well, I'll never forget, after Amelia was born, we were at the cabin in Canada. We went to a movie one day in Bracebridge, and you said, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
Did I say that to you?
Yes. You said, and I said, you better call Howie right now. And we were sitting outside the theater.
Are you sure I said that?
You said, you better watch out. I feel like killing you. You said, keep the knives in a drawer.
Oh, I was having these horrible visions. It's true. I was having horrible hallucinations of killing people, and I needed to take the knives out of the house. And I also had horrible visions of driving the car into a brick wall. I did not have horrible visions about hurting the baby in any way, shape, or form. It wasn't about that. It was about hopelessness, darkest depression, and these horrible visions, hallucinations. And it was the knives, and it was driving the car into a brick wall.
So at that moment, I said, you better call Howie right now. We were on the East Coast. He's on the West Coast. You called him. You got him on the phone somehow. And he immediately prescribed some drug for you. I don't know what it was.
He prescribed, it was Prozac, but it was like a female version of Prozac. It was like Seraphin, I think it was called.
And how did that work for you?
It worked instantly, changed the whole thing.
Really?
Oh,
Jesus. Not, I want to kill you, and what else is going on? Ay, ay, ay. All right, guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are, especially about Jax explaining why he cheated on Brittany. Guys, I know you're going to pop off in the comment section, so definitely go ahead. Smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And I can't wait to be back on camera and see you guys on Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye.